On December 16, 2024, something happened in Syria that has gotten the whole world talking. The event has sparked intense debates and discussions across various platforms, from news channels to social media. People are trying to piece together the details of what exactly transpired and what it means for the future of the region and the world at large. The Israeli military launched an airstrike in a place called Tartus, where they believed weapons were being kept. This location has been under scrutiny for a while, as intelligence reports suggested it was a hub for storing advanced weaponry. The decision to strike was not taken lightly, and it involved meticulous planning and coordination among various branches of the Israeli Defense Forces. But this wasn't a normal airstrike. The explosion was so big that it caused an earthquake that people felt hundreds of miles away. The sheer magnitude of the blast left experts and civilians alike in shock. Seismologists recorded the tremors, which were comparable to a moderate earthquake, raising questions about the type of munitions used in the strike. And then things got even more serious. The international community began to take notice, and news outlets around the world started to report on the incident. Political analysts weighed in, speculating about the potential ramifications of such a powerful explosion in a volatile region. The atmosphere was thick with tension as governments scrambled to understand the full scope of what had happened. About a day later, scientists noticed something strange: higher than normal levels of radiation in Turkey and Cyprus. This discovery added a new layer of complexity to the situation. Radiation detection equipment picked up unusual readings, prompting scientists to investigate further. The findings were alarming, suggesting that the explosion might have released radioactive materials into the atmosphere. This made people wonder if Israel might have used a very powerful and dangerous type of bomb, maybe even a small nuclear weapon. The idea that a nuclear device could have been deployed sent shockwaves through the international community. Experts in nuclear weapons began to analyze the data, trying to determine if the radiation levels were consistent with a nuclear explosion. To make things even more complicated, a Russian news group said that Israel used a brand new kind of missile launched from one of their ships. This claim added another twist to the unfolding drama. The missile, reportedly equipped with advanced technology, was said to be capable of delivering a devastating payload with pinpoint accuracy. Military experts began to speculate about the capabilities of this new weapon and its potential impact on future conflicts. All of this happened just after big changes in Syria's government. The timing of the airstrike raised eyebrows, as it coincided with a period of political upheaval in Syria. The government was undergoing significant changes, with new leaders coming to power and old ones being ousted. This power shift created a sense of uncertainty and instability, making the region even more volatile. The Syrian president was removed from power, and Israeli troops moved into an area called the Golan Heights, which is supposed to be a neutral zone. The Golan Heights has long been a contentious area, with both Syria and Israel claiming sovereignty over it. The presence of Israeli troops in this disputed territory added fuel to the fire, heightening tensions and raising the specter of a broader conflict. This area has been a source of conflict for a long time, and now there are worries that things could escalate further. The history of the Golan Heights is marked by numerous clashes and military engagements. The recent developments have reignited old hostilities, with both sides preparing for the possibility of renewed fighting. The international community is watching closely, hoping to prevent a full-scale war. So why is Israel taking these actions? The motivations behind Israel's recent moves are complex and multifaceted. On one hand, they are driven by security concerns, aiming to neutralize perceived threats from neighboring countries. On the other hand, there are strategic considerations at play, as Israel seeks to assert its dominance in the region and protect its interests. Well, they have a few goals in mind. First and foremost, they want to ensure the safety and security of their citizens. This involves taking preemptive measures to eliminate potential threats before they can materialize. Additionally, Israel aims to maintain a strategic advantage over its adversaries, using advanced military technology and tactics to stay ahead in the ever-evolving landscape of modern warfare. They want to create a safe zone between themselves and Syria, weaken their enemies and reduce the risk of attacks on their territory. Establishing a buffer zone serves multiple purposes, including providing a defensive barrier and disrupting the operations of hostile forces. By weakening their enemies, Israel hopes to deter future aggression and create a more stable and secure environment for its people, and have more control in the region. Gaining control over key areas allows Israel to influence regional dynamics and shape the geopolitical landscape to its advantage. This involves not only military actions but also diplomatic efforts to build alliances and partnerships with other countries in the region. The goal is to create a favorable balance of power that ensures Israel's long-term security and prosperity. But these actions could have very serious consequences. The potential fallout from Israel's recent moves is a cause for concern among many observers. There is a risk of escalating violence and further destabilizing an already volatile region. The international community is wary of the potential for a broader conflict that could draw in multiple countries and lead to widespread devastation. Some people are worried that this could lead to even more countries in the Middle East trying to get nuclear weapons, which would make the whole world a much more dangerous place. The prospect of a nuclear arms race in the Middle East is a nightmare scenario for global security. If more countries in the region acquire nuclear capabilities, the risk of a catastrophic conflict increases exponentially. The international community must work together to prevent the proliferation of nuclear weapons and promote stability in the region. Right now, everyone is watching closely to see what happens next. The situation is fluid and unpredictable, with new developments unfolding rapidly. World leaders are engaged in intense discussions, trying to find a way to de-escalate tensions and prevent further violence. The stakes are high, and the outcome of this crisis will have far-reaching implications for the future of the Middle East and the world. It's a very tense situation, and it's important to stay informed about what's going on. As events continue to unfold, staying informed is crucial. News outlets and analysts are providing regular updates and in-depth analysis to help the public understand the complexities of the situation. By staying informed, we can better appreciate the gravity of the crisis and the efforts being made to resolve it peacefully.